to show you the way that I optimize how I go on dates, so that way I have a higher success rate of not feeling like I wasted my time with a woman or wasted any money with the woman going on a date. I think that's very important for a lot of guys. And I'm going to show you how you could never really have a bad first date if you follow this advice. Most of my first dates always lead to the opportunity to have more than a first date. And sometimes I get to just pick and choose if I want to continue after that. Sometimes I don't. But anyway, the first step that you would have to take when doing this is you have to find out the event that you want to do. You want to do that first. Figure out what the event is before you even figure out who you're taking on a date. And if you don't know what you're going to do for the weekend or for a certain day, I would recommend using Facebook if you're on social media. And so here you got Facebook, and then they've got the events page. If you don't know about this or you never used it, you come here and I can look for events that I may not know that's happening, but I would be very interested in attending. So right here, for example, we got Bill Bellamy doing stand-up, and I know who Bill Bellamy is. I love stand-up comedy, and so I know for a fact I'm going to enjoy this, even if I went by myself. That's the first step. You choose something that you know that even if you went by yourself, you're going to enjoy it. That way, if you go with the woman and she doesn't enjoy it, you should still be able to enjoy it yourself. But I'm going to also show you how to filter the women properly so that you know that you're picking a woman that is also or more likely going to enjoy the same type of thing that you enjoy, because we're using online dating apps for this example. You could do this with just meeting women in real life as well, which actually is a lot easier. So this is what I would do. I would pick this event. I would say, okay, I'm going to see Bill Bellamy. And the funny thing about it is, if the girl flakes or if you don't get that girl, you can still go on this. You can still go see Bill Bellamy by yourself too. That's the best thing about it. Like, now you're planning something where you're going to be social regardless, and you may meet someone at the Bill Bellamy stand-up show. I've done this before. If a girl flaked at the last minute, I'll meet somebody at like a festival, and I'm like, oh dang, well, I met someone instead of took someone. So it's still a win-win. So yeah, I'm gonna pick this event. Now what you would do from here, let me show you. So next you would go to one of your dating apps like this one. This is Tinder. I'll go here and I will put in my bio what the activity is that I'm going to be doing. And I'm going to say this weekend. I'll say looking for someone looking, and you can be specific, honestly, looking for someone to watch Bill Bellamy live this weekend. Must be fun. And you can put stuff like that. Must be fun, open-minded, and have a great sense of humor. So you put that on there. Swipe right if that's you. So all you gotta do is put that. That'll be your bio. So that way, if they like your photos, they see this in here. Some girls don't read bios, some do. But for the ones that do, and they feel like they fit this description, technically them swiping right is like them applying for the opportunity to see Bill Bellamy. They may not know that, but you know that at this point. So this changes the dynamic now, because you're going to be a lot more confident when you get these matches, because the matches are going to come in and you're going to get to choose now, which woman do I want to take to see Bill Bellamy? Which one seems like the right fit? And when you have this type of mindset, you can operate a lot better in your conversations with women, because you're not coming off needy at this point. They're technically interviewing for the job and they don't know it. So imagine what position that puts you in as a level of confidence. You can really focus on being at the top of your game and asking the right questions to see if this person is somebody that you should take to see Bill Bellamy. You can ask them questions about stand-up, see if they saw a certain stand-up special from Bill Bellamy, like the one that's on Netflix. And then you can see if y'all are able to have a little back and forth banter about that stand up or some jokes that they like from it to get a feel for their sense of humor. This is the type of things you want to do versus trying to ask generic questions to get to know them. Right now, you shouldn't care about that. You're caring about whether or not they're the right person to take on a date. And so when you have, say, even if you only had like 3 girls that swipe for this, having the option to choose between those 3 women is going to make it a lot better for you. You're going to have the right situation, so that way you're going to be able to see clearly, oh, this girl might be the best choice. You might have more than one that seems like the best choice, and it's going to make it harder. But that's the key, is having the right choice for the right thing that you're going to do. And you see, now I'm giving you ways to raise the success rate that you're going to have a great date and the person's going to enjoy it and you're going to enjoy it also. So you want to make sure you lay out as many of these things as possible before you even try to pick a woman to go on a date with, before you even ask a specific woman. Now, if you know somebody in person already, you already know what they like, you could tailor it that way. I would recommend not tailoring it towards the woman too much in the beginning. I would tailor it towards yourself, because you need to find out if you're even going to enjoy that woman's company before trying to entertain them so heavily. So make sure it's centered around something that you are very interested in, and finding the woman that fits in with something you're interested in first. Those types of dates where you're tailoring specifically to the woman, that would be for when the person actually makes it to a relationship with you. Then you might want to do something more special and more personal, but don't do something very special and personal in the beginning. That is way too much. So now, once you get the bio, what you have to do is you're going to have to buy some boost on the dating apps. And you can only use like 1 or 2, because you want to set this up on like a Wednesday night or a Wednesday, and you want to boost on Thursday nights or Friday nights or Fridays. But definitely like Wednesday and Thursday are best days to boost, because you can set it up. Your matches might roll in on a Friday, and then you can set it up, give the woman 1 day advance notice, because you want to keep it quick and stuff, so that way they don't have a way to change their plans very quickly on you. If you set this up on like a Monday and you're waiting all the way into the weekend to go see this show, there's too much opportunity for this woman to find something better else to do. Another guy can swipe on her, all stuff. You want to try to eliminate as much time space in between you when you first talked to her and met her on the dating app, and then when you're actually going to see each other for the first time. Try to keep the window very small, so that way it eliminates. She has the opportunity to flake. She has more time to find something else to do. Women can easily find other things to do, so you got to be mindful of that. But yeah, you set the bio up, buy you a boost or 2. And if you're upset about buying a boost, realize if you're going to hang out with a woman anyway, it's just going to cost money, guys. If you're upset about being with a woman costing money, you should probably not be that very interested in being with a woman, because you're going to need money. I'm sorry. They want to do stuff that's fun or interesting, and they want to go places, or they're going to want to eat eventually. It's just going to cost money. I'm sorry to break it to you guys. You're probably not ready to really be dating if you're not willing to part with any money in order to have fun, and especially if you can't even do it for your own self. Think about this. You should be able to do these types of things for your own self first before you try to do it just because you're trying to get a woman. Keep that in mind. You're going to spend money regardless on yourself. Now you're just adding in one person. So get your bio, get your boost, that boosts your profile so it can be seen by more people. It's basically just shooting out the marketing ad. And you're fishing for the person that is right for you. You want somebody that's going to fit your hobbies. You want somebody that's going to have a similar interest, not in every single thing, but you want to at least make an initial connection off of something, right? This will carry your first conversation also by just talking about the event and things that relate to the event. You don't really have to ask them anything specific before then. You can choose to pick them up or see if they want you to pick them up, or just meet them there and leave it at that. Do not have extra conversations that don't center around the event or the topic related to the type of event you're going to. Keep it very short, funny, and or witty, whatever you want to do, but just don't lead the conversation into many other things. Wait for the date and you interact with that person up front. But other than that, keep it to the event. Find your event on Facebook. If you don't know how to find other events in your city, there's plenty of other ways. I'm just showing you one way to do it and one example, but there's plenty others. If you have other questions, just let me know.